ma'am, if I talk about Chinese product, then Chinese product price is very cheap. And if I talk about the quality of Chinese product, then the quality of Chinese product
is so low, and their quality is very good. You know that if
Hello, wonderful peeps. A traffic to all. As you know, this is your rocking host Manisha Sharma. Currently, I am standing at birthplace of Rajendra Prasad, along with some energetic and enthusiastic students of Speakwell, with whom I have to discuss that should Chinese product be boycotted or not. And I think that it is a very current and important topic. So let's move to know that what actually they think about this topic. May I know what is your name?
Ritika Pandey.
So, Miss, what's your insight on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
I think, ma'am, Chinese product should be boycotted.
Why do you say that Chinese product should be boycotted?
Because, ma'am, if I talk about Chinese product, then Chinese product price is very cheap. And if I talk about the quality of Chinese product, then the quality of Chinese product are also cheap. And there is no guarantee and warranty. And ma'am, if I talk about Indian economy, then Chinese product, they can't supporting our Indian economy. They're destroying our Indian economy. And that is the reason about our currency go to outside of our country. That's why I'm saying Chinese product should be boycotted.
But Miss, in our India, there are many persons who live in poor family and middle class family. And when in our country Nokia phone available, then not any kind of people afford this because its price is very higher. So whenever the Chinese product launch in our country, then everybody have a phone. So about it, what will you say there?
But ma'am, if that phone price is very less, and if they have no any guarantee how many times they serve any people, what is the benefit of this product?
Thank you, Miss, for giving me a lovely opinion. Mr. May I know what is your name?
my name is Sai Sharma.
So, Mr. Sai, what's your insight on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not? There are many persons say that it should be boycotted because you also know that China is our enemy country. Then why we are buy any Chinese product? On the contrary, there are many persons say that it shouldn't be boycotted because you also know the Chinese product is so cheap. And there are many persons who live in poor family here afford this Chinese product. So, what do you say?
That means from my perspective, Chinese products should not be boycotted.
Why do you say that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted?
Because that if I talk about Chinese product, then that the price of Chinese product is so low, and their quality is very good. That if our government can ban the Chinese can boycott the Chinese product, then that lots of problems are increased. Just like the poor people cannot use their daily things. That electrical things. If about schools, then that in schools more electrical things are come. More electrical things made in China, and that in the if about Chinese products, before while you say that China is our enemy country, but if about our government, then if our government also know that China is our enemy, but why our government can't boycott the Chinese products?
But you also know that there are that Chinese company use many cheap material in his product. If you use Chinese product one time, then he destroy 1 or 2 months. But if you use Indian product, then he run more and more time. So what do you say?
Okay, Miss, that if about cell phones, that in cell phones Realme and Redmi are made in China, and that these phones are all the peoples are use these phones. But if about Indian phones, just like iPhone, then that I mean to say that its price is very high, so anybody cannot buy these things. So I think Chinese products should not be boycotted.
But you leave this phone. You talk about another product such as creams and so many more products. Then our country not buy these are products.
But that means if about Chinese products, then their quality is good. But if about Indian products, that their quality is very good. Very good than Chinese products, but their price is very high. So I think Chinese products should not be boycotted.
Thank you, Mr. for giving your lovely opinion. May I know what is your name?
My name is Arif.
Mr. Arif, what's your insight on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
In corner of my mind, Chinese products should not be boycotted
Why are you saying that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted?
because there are several reasons behind it. If I talk about the Chinese product, if I talk about the Indian farmers do the very hard work in our field, and just because of Chinese equipment like a cultivator, rotavator, and so many electric farming equipment. But if I talk India banned this equipment, then Indian farmer lots of very problem. And if you talk about the Chinese product, like if you remember, before some years, India government banned the TikTok because TikTok is Chinese applications. And you know, TikTok is a good source for income, and every creator is create a video and income earn lots of money. And then the government banned this application. The Indian creator face lots of problems. And how can Chinese products should be boycotted?
But you also know that, there are many persons say that before days, Chinese soldiers fight with our soldiers, and so why we are buy any Chinese product?
This is a matter of a soldiers, Indian army and Chinese army. But if I talk about India is a land of a festival. You know, the many festivals celebrated like Diwali, Holi, and so many more. And India is many people live there. Like some people are poor and some people are rich. Rich people afford anything easily. But if I talk about the poor people don't afford high costly things easily. If I talk about the Diwali time, many crackers and many toys, Chinese toys is very low price, and poor people afford easily. And if I talk about the Holi time, many colors and many Chinese toys sell in the market, and poor people afford easily. And if I talk about Indian product very high and very high prices, and the poor people can't afford that.
Thank you, Mr. for giving your lovely opinion. Now I'd like to move my next participant. Excuse me, ma'am. May I know what is your name?
Yes, so my name is Muskan Jaswal.
So, Miss Muskan, what's your view on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not? So, what do you say?
If you ask me, man, then I would say that Chinese products should be boycotted.
Why do you say that Chinese products should be boycotted?
Actually, ma'am, you know, the price of Chinese products is cheap, but you know, the quality of Chinese products is also cheap. And you know, if you use the Chinese product, then the progress of China. But on the other hand, if you use the India product, then the progress of India. And if you use the India product, then your money is don't go outside. Your money is inside. And if your money is inside, then India have a lots of money. And you already know that, man. If any country have lots of money, that's this a country do the developed. That's why if India have money, then India do easily the progress. You know, ma'am, in COVID pandemic time, you saw that the government, Chinese app by the boycotted, just like PUBG, TikTok, and so many more app, because the government think that people were wasting your time. That's why I can say that Chinese products should be boycotted.
But you also know that, ma'am, our country is a member of WTO. You also know that what is WTO, and if our country not buy any product on China country, then it's again to WTO. And if you say that why we are country buy any Chinese product, then you also know that our product is a very higher price, and Chinese product price is a very cheaper price. So when the person who live in poor family and middle class family, he afford this Chinese product. So what will you say that?
But ma'am, you know, in this country, maximum people belongs to the, maximum people belong to the this family, and this family use the Indian product. Then Indian product marketing is so well, and if Indian marketing is so well, then the price of Indian things is low. The poor, they belong to the poor family. They afford that easily.
Thank you, Miss, for giving your lovely opinion. Now I'd like to move my next participant. May I know what is your name?
My name is Aradhana Kumari Singh.
So, Miss Aradhana, what's your insight on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
To my mind, Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted.
Why are you saying the Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted?
You know, ma'am, as a member of the World Trade Organization, India can't simply import its members countries. You know, before time everyone had no phone, but this time everybody has a phone, because the Chinese product is very cheaper and everybody is able to buy this product. You know. There are many people, you know, domestic product, Chinese product are very cheaper, compared to domestic products, and there are many people who don't able this product. That's why I'm saying that Chinese products shouldn't be banned.
Thank you, Miss, for giving a lovely opinion. Excuse me, Mister. May I know what is your name?
This is Alok Prasad.
So, Mr. Alok, what's your opinion on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not? So, what do you feel?
From corner of my mind, I think that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted.
Why are you saying the Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted?
You know, if I talk about WTO, you know, you also know that India is a member of WTO, and you also know that what is the means of WTO, World Trade Organizations. This is the one institute where everybody gives the products. And if I talk about in our India, you also know that in our country there are many families who belongs to a very poor families. You also know that if you also know that the price of Chinese product is so higher compared to Indian products. So that's why I can say that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted.
But you know, Mr. Chinese people, he use many cheap material in his product, and you also know that China is our enemy country. Then there are many persons say that why we are buy any Chinese product, and so what do you say?
You also know that India is a very development country, and in this country all the peoples are very educated. Then all the peoples have some knowledge what is good for their what is good for that. So they also wants to Chinese products. This indicate that Chinese product is so good.
Thank you, Mr. for giving me a love. I know what is your name.
This is Adarsh.
So, Mr. Adarsh, what's your insight on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
To my mind, Chinese products should be boycotted.
Why are you saying that Chinese products should be boycotted?
Why I'm saying like this? Because there are terms of reason behind it. So let me explain. Ma'am, as you know that now this time 70% people are belongs to poor family, and they can't able to get Indian products because Indian products are very costly and very highly priced. But if you see in Chinese product, then Chinese products are very less price because everyone can get this product easily through the money. But now this time if you see in the rural area, then no any person are reach to able to get the Indian products because Indian products are very costly, and if you use the Indian products then you will pay very lot of money. But if you want to manage your family, then you can get the Chinese product, then you can survive your family easily through the Chinese product. That's why I can say that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted.
Please tell me which type of product you use Chinese.
Like as now this time if you see in the electric products, then there are many electric products are made in China, and if you see in the clothes, then many clothes are developed by China, and everyone to wear the clothes and get the electrician products. That's why I can say that.
But you know, Mr. Before a days, China soldiers fight with our country soldier. Then why we are any product buy in China country?
But if our country if our country problem to other country China's country, then why our government are banned these products in our country? Why they are on why they are on that product in our country? That's why I can say if government want to ban these products, then firstly they can ban. They can ban.
Thank you, Mr. for giving me a lovely opinion. So may I know what is your name?
Myself, Assis.
So Mr. Assis, what's your view on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
From my honestly opinion, Chinese products should be boycotted.
Why are you saying the Chinese product should be boycotted?
You know, Chinese industry don't spend much money for research, development and innovation, and it produce imitation goods. It is quite morally incorrect, and in this time many people use Indian products. Some people use Chinese product, and in this time China is our enemy country, and if we don't boycott the Chinese product, then it would be help for their GDP, and China grows their GDP. That's why I can say that Chinese products should be boycotted.
Mr. You also know that there are many persons who live in our country who is poor and who live in poor family and middle class family, and whenever the Chinese product come in our country, then he also use this product and survive their life easily. So what do you say about it?
But miss, in this time many people, in this time our country has 75% people are rich and 25% people are poor and belong to middle class family, and our Indian people are educated 95%, and it make more things than our things price is decline, then they buy these products.
Thank you, Mr. for giving me a lovely opinion. So may I know what is your name?
This is Kumari Arti Gupta.
So Miss Aarti, what's your opinion on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
From my perspective, Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted.
Why are you saying that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted?
There are a couple of reasons behind it. As you know, ma'am, as a member of WTO, WTO means World Trade Organization, means India can't simply import. Means Chinese product is very cheaper as compared to Indian product. If you Chinese product boycott, then poor and middle class family expand more necessity. Means Chinese product is very quiet and cheaper as compared to Indian product. If you Chinese product boycott, then poor and middle class family face a lots of problem. Means it is not fully imposed. Firstly, you have to develop, then boycott Chinese products. So I can say that Chinese products shouldn't be boycotted.
But you know, Miss Muskan say that Chinese product, I mean to say their product material is so cheaper. And if you use Chinese product one time, then he destroy 1 or 2 months. But if you use Indian product, then he run more and more days. So about it, what do you say?
But I partially agree with him. But if you means in our country, there are many poor people live in our country. If you Chinese product boycott, then poor and middle class family, what will we do?
But I also, if he buy the Chinese product, but he destroy 1 or 2 months, then after what will he do?
But Mr. Which item it closes? Firstly you have to develop, then boycott Chinese product.
Thank you, Miss, for giving your lovely opinion. Now I would like to move my next participant. Excuse me, Mr. May I know what is your name?
Yeah, it's Pradeep.
So, Mr. Pradeep, what's your insight on Chinese product? According to you, it should be boycotted or not?
From my perspective, Chinese things boycotted in India.
Why are you saying the Chinese product should be boycotted?
As you already know, ma'am, if Chinese product boycotted in India, then absolutely India can grow our GDP. And if any any international company come to in India, then absolutely people know to learn that technology in another country.
But you know, Mr., our country is a member of WTO, and if our country not buy any Chinese product, I mean, you also know that China is also member of WTO, and our country is not buy any Chinese product, then it's again to WTO. So what do you say?
But if India can produce that kind of product, then absolutely he can break the document of WTO.
Thank you, Mr., for giving me a lovely opinion. Thank you guys for giving me a lovely opinion and talking with me with a great energy. So guys, as you saw our student opinion, or most of the students say that Chinese products should be boycotted, and some students say that it shouldn't be boycotted. So it's your turn. You have put your opinion in comment box that according to you, Chinese products should be boycotted or not. Well, I meet you very soon with another video. Till then, keep smiling and bye bye.